meeting tonight. Let's start the meeting by standing up and doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're all kind of excited tonight because it's a short meeting.
Yeah, we don't have an executive session, we don't have a work session. I know that you all have earned this night. You have been working so hard.
So do we name the January Students of the Month?
So the principals have been sending you all updates, including their Student of the Month celebration. So Janice, it might be nice if you wanted to read publicly the names of our Students of the Month for each of our buildings.
Yeah, we've got from Hornet Park, we have Miles McHugh, and from Central, we have Mackenzie Palma. That little Mackenzie, she's a little toots, isn't she? South Grove Intermediate is Jocelyn Hart. From Beech Grove Middle School is Aaliyah Buenidia Aguilar. And from Beech Grove High School is Aaron Freeman. Congratulations to all of you. Thanks so much for working so hard in your classroom. And Dr. Baer, curriculum update.
Good evening, board. This month starts our assessment month. And as you can see from our updates, most of them are assessment related. We are right in the middle of the WIDA testing, so we're getting all of our EL students tested and should have that finished by February 25th. We've also tested our kindergartners and second graders with COGAT for their high ability identification, and that helps us with providing some extra enrichment for those students who are excelling in the classroom. And then we're going to be testing the sixth graders soon and getting that complete. iReady testing is starting, and this year that will be right around March 9th, I believe, right before spring break. One of the interesting things, the state allowed us to send an email out 3 weeks ago to see if we wanted to test our second graders also. So in talking to Ms. Cotter, and we thought that would be a great idea, and Ms. Bass, just give those kids a chance to take the test and practice and see where their skill set places them, and they'll just give us another piece of data to look at as we kind of assess where they're at with their reading skills. So that's something that's going to be new this year. We're going to be testing second and third graders. As you know, that's really the highest stakes test there is in the state of Indiana, because that's the one that can hold them back from third grade or give them some extra help that's required as part of that. So we just thought testing second graders was a great idea, and the state's going to use that data to kind of evaluate that process and kind of see where they want to go with it in the future. But so I think they've been asking several schools to participate, and we were one that stepped up and said we'd love to do that, just to kind of get that extra data.
Do you have any idea when we'll get those results?
Usually it's pretty quick. Usually later in this, a couple weeks into this, after the test. So we'll get them back before the end of the school year.
Okay.
So that's nice that it's a pretty quick turnaround on iRead. Also, I think probably one of the most exciting things this year that we've been doing, and it was quite a process, and our principals, Mrs. Story, Rita, Dr. Hammock, myself, our CTA, Patricia Duncan, and Gina Herman, we all sat in and did sat in and did interviews for our instructional coaches and our mentor teachers to build up that TAC program and our evaluation program. So pretty exciting that we have finalized our list, and a large majority of these, about 15 of them, are going to be heading for some training in Dallas next month, March 9th. We fly in, and then March 10th and 11th we have some extensive training, and that's all covered by the grant. So it's an opportunity for these people to get together and build their skill set and start that process of becoming kind of formal participants within their building's ILT team, their instructional leadership team. So we just kind of wanted to celebrate those people, and you can see on this list Instructional coaches, Angie Wack at Hornet Park in the Early Childhood Center. At Central, the instructional coach is Crystal Majors. South Grove, the instructional coach is Dee Dee Horn and Beth Walker. The middle school's instructional coach is Kathy Keller. And the high school's instructional coach is Martin Barker and Brian Carter. As you can see, South Grove and the high school are the two biggest schools, so they have 2 instructional coaches at each building.
And they will not be in the classroom, right?
They will be assigned to kids about 1 period a day. So they will have kids that they're assigned to that they can kind of practice, field test their instructional strategies with. And so then based on that feedback from their class, then they'll take that out and share it with the other teachers. So yes, that's something that's a little bit new from our last round, was that they were not assigned an official classroom. The instructional coaches would go into classes and work with classes, but they didn't have kids officially assigned to them. So in some manner or other, they'll be assigned at least 1 period a day. So that's something that's new, that was kind of an agreement that we had with the Teachers Association, and we felt that that would really help with the credibility of those instructional coaches. So we're very excited about that, and you can also see the list of mentor teachers there. And those teachers will be in the classroom, but then they'll also be, going out in the classrooms providing feedback, co-teaching, modeling, etc. So everybody was very excited. We had some incredible candidates, and so I know Dr. Hammock and myself and our team was just very excited. And as you know Mary's story very well. She just did an incredible job of putting this whole interview process together, and it worked like a well-oiled machine. So very excited that we get to take them to Dallas next month, and I had an opportunity to do that when I was a part of that many years ago. So I know what we have in store, and it's a great opportunity. We're going to be taking our instructional coaches, our principals, and then a couple of the district leaders. And it's a chance for everybody to kind of bond together and start that communication about kind of that next wave of instructional leadership within our building. So very excited, and I just want to celebrate by sharing that with you. So if you see any of them, it'd be great to reach out and welcome them, congratulate them, because a lot of them didn't want to leave the classroom. And that was kind of a challenge to I don't want to leave my kids, but their skill sets can be very beneficial to help our younger teachers and teachers in general. So as you can see there's a lot of experience in some of those young people that we have there. So that's our 22-23 ILT team. So that will be starting this summer. So
Just a reminder, I feel like the evil superintendent has to always bring it back to finances, but the instructional coaches are 100% everything paid for by the grant. So all salary, all benefits, everything for instructional coaches. For our mentors, they will be teaching in their classroom like normal. The performance-based compensation and their stipends are all reimbursed by the grant. So really this is a full package. $5 million goes a long way when we do get to do work like this, and we're just so grateful for the opportunity. So this is not an additional burden for you all at all.
So
Just great value.
So will this mean that we have several teaching positions that will be available?
That's right. So what we are being extremely mindful of is the fact that since we are moving off 7 teachers into these instructional coach positions, we're going to sit down with our principals and we're going to take a look at, with our reduction in enrollment, we're trying to see if there are any positions that we can actually use an attrition model and not fill, but then be able to redistribute, still being mindful with best opportunities for our young people. So we haven't done that work yet, but we hope that we'll be able to share with you all that there are a couple positions in this mix that we can reduce altogether and not have to fill. Or we might need to fill them all. We're just not sure yet. We will come back to you all and let you know once we've done that work. But nonetheless, it's so great to have those grant dollars to be able to cover these positions. We're just thrilled.
Anybody have any more questions for Mr. Bear before we keep going? Melody?
Well, good evening, wonderful board members. Glad to be in person tonight. Wanted to give you a couple updates you saw in my report, but a lot of work in behind the scenes is going on for the ECC marketing. And so the billboard actually will be up probably middle of next week, so watch for it on Emerson. I'll be sure to get a picture taken, and usually the billboard company sends me one also. But I'm excited about that. The webpage for the new ECC has also been working with our website company. Erin met with them today, virtually, to look over content and how she's going to drop in there. And so we gave her permission to get into the background of the website and do what she needs to do. So that's really exciting. Then another thing that I've done the last couple of weeks is I worked with this is something that the superintendent's really spearheaded, but Marion County, all the communication directors put together an ad for Black History Month that will appear in the Recorder. And so I just got the proof of that today. And did you see that, Laura,
It's
yet?
really nice,
Oh,
yeah,
It
yeah.
looks really good. Do you see our person? It actually has Officer Rink's daughter in it, too.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oh, my
it-
gosh. Here, I can
She's
show you.
standing next to the other student at the National Honor Society.
Oh,
I'll
for
send it
goodness
to you.
sake. That is so neat.
So we have pictures, and then it has our logo at the bottom with all the other Marion County schools. We get to be the first one because it's alphabetical, so I love it. So that's all complete, but I'll make sure I send you a copy. And then, of course, the Pride and Prejudice is starting this week. Thursday's the first day, and goes Friday and Saturday, so make sure you don't miss that. For the Education Foundation, District Art Show is coming up way too quickly on May 17th at Hornet Park Community Center, and the spring teacher grant applications will be sent out this week. So just a few little nuggets of things going on right now.
Just a few. We need a motion to approve the minutes of last month's meeting.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? What? Yeah. Sorry. And we need to approve the claims for February.
I move to approve the claim.
Yes?
I can't hear you very well, I'm sorry. I'm following along, but it's not coming over very clear.
How about now? Does that work?
Sound is coming from the Bluetooth speaker in the middle of the
Oh,
room.
you might have to shake your mask.
Oh,
The mask is
you want my mask off?
Take your mask off. Yeah.
Don't my mask, that better?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
thank you.
So we need a motion to approve the claims for February.
I move.
Take your mask off.
Thanks.
Jill, who'll second, please?
I'll second that.
Thanks.
And appreciate that they came in where you could read them straight down.
Yay.
Yes. Mine didn't.
Oh, no, the
Your
payroll document.
payroll was still.
Oh, the
It's
payroll
still flipped
docket.
sideways,
Yes.
but everything else was
The
accurate.
others were okay. Yeah,
Except
yeah.
for one thing we had ran through about the fourth page was completely upside down and going the wrong direction.
I downloaded them, though, and flipped them, so it was okay, but that's okay. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay. Do we have any public comment this evening? Doesn't look like it.
Grateful to have Sergeant Rings here today.
Yes. Okay, Dr. Hammock.
All right, so I will have two action items to ask for your approval, but just wanted to update the board on just a few things before I ask for you to do that. First off, just wanted to confirm publicly that we're going to change our June board meeting date to June 21st as opposed to the week prior. Really grateful for your flexibility on that. I just wanted to pause and just allow, even though you all have had the opportunity to meet Bob Harris, just grateful for Bob's help here over the last month. January is a very, very hard month in the life of a business office, as our team behind Bob can also attest. There is a whole lot that is due in January that is closing out year end, and everyone has just been knee-deep in making sure that all of the reports and documents are issued in a timely fashion. Really grateful that even with a lot of transition that our office has experienced, that the Form 9, our 1099s, all of those items were submitted on time. We have been working with Baker Tilly to kind of also help to get to those ends, and they have been a very, very good resource for us to make sure that those important reports are submitted. In Eileen's world, W-2s, we also have the 100R, and our insurance contributions have all been submitted in a timely fashion as well. So just very grateful to the team for making sure that these significant reports that can ultimately negatively impact the dollars that you receive if you don't do them correctly have been submitted, and that we're feeling good about them. So really grateful for everyone in that work. With our continued work with Baker Tilly to get rectified with our bank statement, we just needed to wait to give you all the correct fund balances for end of year. We're really close. Bob Baker Tilly gave us kind of a real close, we're almost there to get to a position where we're able to have confidence with the fund balances that we'll share with you all. We'll get that to you all just as soon as it's ready. It's just a chipping away process and just a lot of things to rectify to get to that end, but we're getting real close. So we will make sure that you have that information in a timely fashion. I wanted to just pause and take a moment to just lift up an incredible group of educators who have made the decision to retire from Beech Grove schools. Years and years of extraordinary experience from some really special educators who I want to be respectful and not share their names yet, because I just want to make sure that they have told their teams that they are going to be moving on. But in your report from me, I did stipulate the names that we have received already for retirement. And it's just a hard class of folks to lose, one of which being Melody Stevens, who is in that group that you are all aware of. So we are going to be working on figuring out of these positions which need to be filled and which maybe don't, and then obviously we'll be posting and trying to fill spots for folks that are just about impossible to fill. They're just such strong educators. In the personnel report, which we'll transition to as far as the action items that I'll be asking for your approval this evening, I just wanted to make just a pause, because sometimes when we ask for your approval of the employment recommendations, they're done in a block group. In this group, we're just very pleased to ask the board to approve the employment of Julia Smith. Julia goes by Julie. She is who we are recommending as our new business manager treasurer for the district. And with your action, you will be approving her. If that is successful, then she would be here at our next board meeting in March and would be starting with us on March the 2nd. So that's getting closer and closer as these weeks click by here. So we are very excited, and I can't wait for you all to meet her. So with that, I would just ask for your approval of the employment recommendations that are listed in your personnel report.
On motion.
I move we approve the employment recommendation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Okay. Laura, next.
All right. Moving on. So here we are, last week was quite a week. We had significant snow, significant weather event that happened last week, and as a result, we had 2 e-learning days. Really quite pleased with how the e-learning days went. I saw some of the most unbelievable photographs of, video sort of captures of teachers teaching with babies on their knees and just really doing incredible things to make sure that e-learning happened successfully. We learned some things, we think, over those 2 days that we're continuing to kind of refine the level of service that we're able to provide via e-learning. There's no question that an e-learning day is just not as strong as a typical instructional day, so we want to continue to refine those practices to make sure that they are valuable. But to that end, the employees that all were actually even required to not report to work, this is the first time in a while that we even issued that no one was really allowed to report to campus. That was intentional because we have such limited square footage as far as parking lot space is concerned, that our maintenance guys needed to honestly do a game of Tetris and moving the snow and then moving the snow again in order to try to get these parking lots cleared. So by not having cars in the parking lot, that really helped us get that work done. So I say us as if I was one of them. I was not. I was not out there clearing snow. We're so grateful to those guys who were. So with that, tonight, we would ask for your approval of giving what is called emergency pay to all of our employees because it was not their fault that they could not report to work. Most employees worked. They were working from home and they were engaged in virtual learning or they were answering phone calls. I heard reports of our administrative assistants all have their calls forwarded to their cell phones, so still managing all of that heroically on days that are proving to be so challenging like that. So all of that to say that tonight, through your action, by granting emergency pay, all of our employees will be paid what they would normally be paid on a Thursday or a Friday. This is not bonus or supplemental pay. It is just what they would have been paid in their traditional workday. So would ask for your approval of those, that indication of emergency leave, please. Pay, emergency pay, not leave.
I'll make a motion to approve emergency pay.
Thank you, Kim.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Mr. Gearhart.
Well, good evening. Since I have been in this position, I don't think that we have been 100% staffed in our transportation department. With regards to that, we have some good news. We have had 2 monitors that have stepped up and chosen to get licensed with their CDL. They are in training this week with our resident certified trainer and will be certified bus drivers real soon. Unfortunately, that leaves us 2 monitors short, but that's okay. I would rather have the drivers. We need them very bad. So we still sit here with 1 route short. We take, 1 step forward and 2 steps back with hiring bus drivers. So we will continue to try to do those things that can get us drivers here at Beech Grove. The middle school has carpet in the main gym lobby now. We took some extra carpet that we had left over from other jobs, and the guys created a pattern and put it in there. It's certainly going to improve the sound, safety, and ability to clean that lobby up. A couple things on the Early Childhood Center. It is fully enclosed now. They have heaters inside that will do nothing but improve the speed of work. The roof is done fully on the classroom section. And as soon as this weather gets past, they anticipate it'll be a very short week or week and a half before the rest of the roof is done on the new part. Mrs. Probus and I have met with school specialty. We got revisions back today on furniture. We'll have a quote that's forthcoming, and we'll order that probably the end of February, beginning of March. We have to do it this soon because of the supply chain issues. Let's see here. We continue to work through our rebid process, so I'll have more of that for you in the next couple of months. And then again, a huge, big, giant thank you to our guys in maintenance and grounds. Did a wonderful job. Had to do it twice because our trucks can't push the amount of snow, so they did it Thursday afternoon, and then again, I'd say Friday morning. Took them all day Friday to get sidewalks and everything. So Dale and his guys did a great job.
Any questions? Okay, so we need a motion to approve the donations that were presented in our report.
Motion.
Rob?
Second.
Jill? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and then we have fundraiser request that we need to get approved as well.
I'll make a motion to approve the fundraiser.
Kim?
I'll second it.
Thanks, Jim. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then we have policy and guideline considerations for Neola policy updates, which is riveting.
Yes.
Calling it like it is. Could we get a motion to approve those as well?
I'll make a motion to approve the Neola
Kim?
policy.
Full second?
I'll second it.
Thanks. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We don't have any committee or community reports, right?
I just have C9 update.
Oh, okay.
So they think they're finally finalizing everything to start the construction projects. They've run into the same sets of issues that we have had here with construction, skyrocket costs, labor shortages, and things like that. Tomorrow, or Thursday, is we are working with the director there to renegotiate his contract. So I don't foresee any problems in that area. It seems really reasonable what he's asking for, but I am one of however many, and but I don't foresee any issues. So hopefully we'll come back with good news. We did not have any student of the month this month with C9, but they did share some really interesting information with the breakdown of students from a variety of different things. The number of Beech Grove students in particular areas, any incidents and things like that. So I'll be forwarding those on to you all probably by Thursday. And other than that, it's going along really well at C9.
Anything else? Don't we have, isn't it SRO Appreciation Day on the 15th of this month? Is that right?
I do believe I saw something on that.
That's
Oh,
correct.
neat. I don't know. Is
It is, that's correct.
Yeah, I
Good
sent
to
you a
know.
text last night.
I've
You
got a
must not have
graphic
gotten
ready
it.
for
You
Thursday.
didn't get it?
No, I legit did not get it.
So everybody, you know how much they do for all of our students. So if you see them on the 15th, hug them, thank them, or whatever, because without them, I don't know what we would do. They're a godsend for sure. No other success stories. So golly, we're done.
Just wanted to remind you all of the play. We're super excited about the
Yeah.
Pride and Prejudice, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
Tickets are $5.
Didn't we just have a play?
We have the musical. I think the
Yeah.
turnaround
Is it the
is amazing.
same group of kids on both, or is it two different organizations?
Usually there's a lot of crossover.
crossover.
I don't know how they do
Okay,
it.
I didn't know if the other was a play. I'm like, my God, they've already got the
I
parts
know.
down and they're doing another one?
It's incredible. I think it's so optimistic that the spring play is in February. I love it.
I know.
It makes me like think of flowers and happy things. So yeah, so good.
I do know that we have a significant number that are doing both the show choir out in Plainfield,
Yeah.
and we're running a bus back here to get them back here.
Is that right?
In time to prepare for the play.
Wow.
You got any more for me, Janice?
Such talented
I do. I
kids.
haven't signed any of them yet.
So busy.
That's it? Beth, did you have something? Okay. Okay, then we need a motion to adjourn this quick meeting.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor? Okay, meeting adjourned.
Thank you, everyone. You have worked very hard to get to a short meeting.
I think that was a record.